Sequencer. On my mark. 5.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2. 1. Mark.
Let's rock!
Okay, we're live, so we'll start now. Welcome back to the Resupply with me, guy next door.
Me, DK.
And me, Than.
Bringing you your weekly end of year double tap of all things Space Marines and Laser Force. Gibbo, mate, thank you very much for the sub. Merry happy times, safe wishes for the holidays to everyone in theirs. Oh my God, they're flowing in. We're gonna get the hype train. Why is there no sound effect? Hello, box. Chatu. Bring. There we go. Lumia stream is here. Oh my gosh. what the fuck? Anywho, Lucy, 54 months. Thank you very much. Ahoy from work. We'll watch the VOD later. Merry Christmas to you. Shawnee. Hello, Shawnee. Nice to see you. Everyone's turned up too. What's up, chat? Nice to see you. Thank you for coming and spending a little bit of time with us for our last show. I assume this is the last show of the year.
This is 100% the last show of the year. It's not even a question.
We've already put it out there now. I mean, we can't go back on our word. This is why we get so many people show up, because it's like, oh, they're going to review the year. Good thing. I didn't have to watch any of the other shows. I'll just watch this one. I'll get the highlights. It's fine.
That's right. Yeah, we'll watch it on a VOD. I forgot to see. Yep, all people can actually hear us. That's good. I've been doing my microphones properly.
Yay.
Huzzah!
Someone would have said something in chat if it was just melting stuff.
They're like, yeah. Sick hat. Thank you. Go Ducks. Go Ducks. College football playoffs start this weekend. Is that? I believe that's the case.
Yeah. Your fandom of American teams is so random to me. But it's like yes, I like the Oregon Ducks and the New England Patriots. Okay,
because they're neighbors, right? They're basically in the same part of the country.
Totally, they're totally in the.
Cool beans. What's up, dude?
They're in kind of the same latitude line.
Yeah,
I mean, we can do that, I guess.
As opposed to the very rational me who chose to become a lifelong Boston Celtics fan because I liked the color green when I was 7 years old.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, look at this hat. So cool. Why
right?
else would you be a fan of any sport outside of their color scheme? Speaking of which, hey Than, if you happen to find any Ducks merch on your way to New Zealand, I would be a happy fellow. Yeah.
Since I'm going to be there in like a little over a month.
Yeah.
If only there were a place to buy Ducks merch close to where Than is.
Yeah.
Shame that's very hard to come by.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to try real hard to figure out.
Sorry, caveat: cheap Ducks merch. There we go.
But please intentionally get him a bunch of Beavers gear just to see the look on Steve's face.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Oh, Dad's sharing 100 biddies. Thank you for the biddies. Why is there no sound effects? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Talk to our fucking producer.
Oh, I would. I can never get him on the phone.
What a prick.
We had some of the pro disc golfers out here last year for a tournament, and I had one of them give me shit about being a Ducks fan. You can hear them? Why the fuck can't I hear them? This is bullshit.
You know what? This is probably the best solution. The audience can hear stuff. You're not going to get distracted as easily, so I feel like maybe we should just
you'd say that, but so far, big distraction. Your criteria for sports team is their distance from the equator. So the further they are from the equator, the more of a fan you are. In which case, the Otago Highlanders is a bit of you. They're pretty far away from the equator. You should get amongst. Oh, well, that's good. Everyone else can hear the sounds. What do they sound like? Are they cool?
You program them, you should know.
Yeah, I can't remember what the bits one is. I remember it being maybe something cool, but now I'm not sure. Who knows? I thought it says something like, nothing quite like a pity bitty or something. Anyway,
whatever it is, it's still better than the new SM5 intro.
we had that this week. It really tripped me up because I can't get it. It's just a load of nothing. There's no build. There's no like climax. there's nothing. And so, how am I supposed to time my release when there's no climax? You know what I'm saying? Phrasing.
I do know what you're saying.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Space Marines. It's a beautiful thing about Space Marines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. It's the default sound. Sick.
that is fucking garbage. That needs to be changed. I'm sorry. That's
Well, I thought
fucking
I
trash.
had. I don't know how anything works. I don't know how to make this go. Lucy, have a good day at work. Enjoy your Christmas. Give our love to your dad from us.
Sure.
Your team is the Antarctica Elves. What sport do they play? Cricket, probably.
Snowball.
They play snowball. What's the rules for snowball?
Don't
DK?
know.
It's like curling, but they use a big snowball instead of a little hockey puck thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, nailed it. That, my friends, is called improv. You're welcome. We'll be here every Tuesday night.
And it's exactly as good as improv at an open mic night.
Yeah,
Possibly
outside-
better.
Yeah,
we're
unless
not-
you're frost hammering, you're just like good.
I was gonna say we're not Frosthammer. Dodgeball rules, except with snowballs. That's a good game. I think that's just a snowball fight. That's what that is, right? I don't know.
You just have to pass it back and forth. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. All right. How are you, boys? You good? What's new? What's new in your worlds?
Well, today
He's
was
free. He's
Yeah.
free.
yeah, today was my last day of employment
Wow.
with Verizon Wireless after 16 and a half years.
Wow.
Yeah, that chapter in my life has closed. I'm still kind of unpacking how I feel about it.
Mm.
Because I mean it was 16 and a half years. It's a long fucking time.
Yeah.
That's a
And
long
then-
time.
And then, the last like 6 years, I've basically been doing the same thing with the same team basically under me. Like I was running a team of software developers. So I basically was responsible for everything of their stuff except like anything HR related. Like I didn't have to do any of the stuff that sucks.
Yes.
I just got to do all the fun stuff as far as like, planning and this, that, and the other. So that's fine.
That's a very loose use of the word fun, but
It-
we'll
oh,
allow it.
Oh, it's an incredibly loose use of the word fun.
I only got to look at the cool Excel sheets. So suck it, everybody.
Oh my god,
Well-
have you ever stapled things?
Oh, so good.
So good.
But there was like one more, of course, because corporations gonna be corporations. There was one more twist in the tail this week because of course there fucking was.
Mm.
So my now former boss found out on Tuesday that he was being demoted from his position as an associate director.
Yikes.
He's being demoted into my now open product owner role.
I thought you're not allowed to do that. If you go through redundant, was it redundancy?
Allowed by whom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Do
true.
workers have rights in this country? What are you-
Yeah, Steve-O, this is the US. It's not New Zealand, bro. So
I forgot.
I need you to check any thought process that you have about workers having rights in this country, like at the fucking door, because it doesn't.
I know, right, Shawnee? It's perfect.
Yeah, it's great. So Tuesday he gets the notice that he's being demoted from being an associate director, which and he's being demoted into my now open product owner role. And so he tried to get a hold of me Tuesday night, but he called my work phone. I don't keep my work phone on me when I'm not doing anything, and I'm especially not
Good.
going to keep it on me now because
Yeah.
why the fuck would I? So Wednesday morning, like 6:30 in the morning, he calls and it's like, okay, he's like, why are you calling me? Because we don't necessarily have a ton to talk about. Like we have some, but why are you calling me? And yeah, like it was one of those things. Like obviously it come as a surprise to him as well,
Mhm.
because you could tell like as he's talking, he's trying not to break with the like being demoted thing, because that's a lot. Sure, fine, whatever.
Mhm.
So I'm 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 in two minds in this right now. First off, I am empathetic to the swirling chaos that he now finds himself in because like it that sucks. That really sucks.
Caught in the churn.
Caught in the churn. The second part of me is really fucking angry from the aspect of I am sure that, you know, at least the senior director would have known that they're probably going to be demoting this guy, like
Mm-hmm.
for performance, because like he straight up told me like he was demoted for performance this year. Okay, fine. You fucking knew that. So the only thing that's kind of keeping me like leveled out on it is, you know, maybe the decision to hit me came from further up on a spreadsheet and not through my senior director. Because if it came through my senior director, then that's a level of like, if you knew you were going to be getting, if you knew you were going to be demoting this person anyway, why wouldn't you just lay that person off and leave the person in the role who actually knows how to do the role? Because my former, because my former boss has never been a product owner. Like, so he now basically has to step in and like learn the whole fucking role with my old team, which, to be fair, my old team's great. Like, they will help him along. It'll be fine. But god damn it, like you couldn't have just fucking left me alone.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
no trip.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also fair. Like that was kind of my like initial reaction on that. As I've had a couple of days to, you know, think and process it through a little more. To be clear, I still think I'm getting the better end of this deal. I get to go away.
There you
I have a
go.
pile of money. I get to, you know, rest and recover and figure shit out, and, you know, all that good stuff. But god damn it, like this is the very fucking definition of corporations gonna be corporations. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, the cherry on top would be if in 3 months they were like, oh, he can't do that job, we're going to bring you back in but pay you contractor rates. That would be corporation doing dumb corporation-y things.
So you're just about right on that, except it would have to be 6 months because of how the agreements work. So yeah, it's like what in the absolute fuck. But whatever. Like I basically logged in today to say goodbye to my team because I said I would. So my day started at 5:30 in the morning and ended at 8:30 in the morning, which was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a cry after I signed out for the last time. Just cause, like, again, that's 16 and a half years of my life.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna say it's 16 and a half years of my life wasted, because it's not. Like, I got to do some cool stuff. I got to do some cool stuff, and
stapling.
And they paid you decently enough.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
And they paid me decently. So it afforded me the opportunity to do a lot of things that I, you know, wouldn't necessarily have possibly been otherwise able to do, and that's fine. So freedom. Next week is figure out unemployment stuff, because I had a look at things today and realized that there is a quirk in how Verizon pays people that is actually going to make me claiming unemployment like a little more complicated than it needs to be.
It usually does. It's always more complicated than it needs to be.
That doesn't seem right for your government.
I know, totally right.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's one of those case of different entities within the corporation actually pay you, and I changed, and yeah, the entity that was paying me has changed within the last 2 years, which means I show 2 jobs in the Oregon unemployment system. It's like, well, but really, I've only got it's only one. Like it's the same job,
And really zero.
it's just a different paying entity. So I have to figure out like how the fuck to deal with that in their system so that it doesn't totally fuck me, which I realize this is all very uninteresting. I don't fucking care. This is my life right now. So fuck all y'all.
Well, ideally, since I mean you just got severance, like I would hope that like you could still actually talk to somebody in HR who could at least like point you in the right direction, because that is like the kind of shit that they theoretically should be dealing with.
Although now that you're not an employee, were they just like, who? Get out of here.
They'll make you attend a mandatory 6-hour sexual harassment seminar first, just to punish you.
Yeah, no, I've got
Joke's on you. He already did that one.
yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I'm not in an immediate need of like, oh my god, I need the unemployment to kick in like right fucking now. I just would like that to happen so it can basically cover my mortgage and slow my cash burn. Eventually, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's enough of my boring bullshit.
Are you a sleeping? You don't strike me as a sleeping guy. Like if you unemployed.
I'm sorry. Have you fucking met me?
You're not a sleeping guy.
I'm totally a sleeping guy. I'm only a morning person when I'm getting paid.
Okay, perfect. Well, I don't know. I know you keep crazy hours. Hey, what's up, Trash? Currently at work, got 80s music on the computer, cricket on the TV, resupply on your phone, and all of your hair. Christmas is kicking in. But 2025 has been good for Trash.
Sounds like that might not be the only thing that's kicking in right now.
I'm sorry. I am stuck and stunned on this whole thing where you think.
Well, let me put it this way.
A morning person.
Well, of my friends, right? You're one of the ones that I think of as being an adult.
That's your first.
Well,
mistake,
that is true.
That's your first mistake, but okay.
I think I've always seen you as an adult, right? Because for my whole life, you've basically been an adult.
Adults don't sleep in. That's frivolous.
Well, I sleep in a lot, and I don't see myself as a well-functioning adult.
Okay, so now we're really getting to the core of the issue here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I am very much a sleep-in person. Yeah, the fact that I've had a
if ever there was a guy whose personality screams snooze button.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Like,
that's very funny.
He wishes he had a snooze button for people. Just like, I'll deal with you in 5 minutes. It's just right in their forehead.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
But,
an hour and a half of snoozing. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, the fact that I've had a 5:15 a.m. alarm for the last 2 years or whatever it's been, like that's part of what has fragged my sleeping schedule so hard. Because like I still don't get to sleep until after midnight, which then necessitates, I need to grab at least a couple hour nap in the afternoon to make up for that, which refrags my sleeping schedule. So
well-adjusted adult.
Yeah.
That's their baby.
Yeah, I hated the year where I was having to get up at 5:30 to go teach an early class that was over an hour away. But then I had an evening class that I had to teach at like completely different campus. So if I could, I would come home and grab a couple hours sleep in the afternoon. But that was it's fucking brutal on your body and your schedule. So.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
Yeah, I get up at like the earliest 7:45, and then commute all the way into here from my bed.
Yeah, I'm like, that's perfectly reasonable if you don't have like a commute. I mean,
yeah.
I don't feel like people would be like, oh my god, really lazing about the couch. Like, oh yeah, I get up at 7:45. That's a perfectly
no. That's the very earliest I get up.
Like, okay, sure, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could see you could say that the earliest I get up is like 9 in the morning. I'm like, cool. Okay. Fine.
You know what? My business partner sent me a gift. He sent us the company sent us all gifts. That's legal. And
it wasn't an alarm clock.
No. It was a cool like cooler bag, but on the side of it he had printed the Half Past logo with 2000 and 6,
Mhm.
and then the custom clothing logo with 2025, kind of signifying,
Nice.
like 20 years of doing this shit, which made
Pretty
me
cool.
feel quite old.
Well, I hate to break it to you, bro, but
Yeah. I'm supposed to meet my niece's boyfriend tomorrow, which I'm not like super stoked on. It's gonna make me feel real old.
hmm
Anyway, I'm gonna leave that conversation for off here. DK, did you have anything you wanted to share before we get into sort of, I don't know, a point?
I mean, well, I'm also like kind of now free. I got all my grades and shit submitted, and I don't know. I had like weird self introspective moments where on the one hand I'm like kind of bitter at the sort of trend that I think anybody who was born between 1980 and 1990 experienced, where it's like you can be anything, live your passion, follow your dreams. Like if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And it's like, yeah, that would have been cool if you guys had created a world where that type of thing was possible, and then we weren't just going to get like smashed in the face with a baseball bat of capitalism as soon as like we're 21 years old. But also like kind
Holy
of
shit,
also mad at contemporary like hustle culture where it's like all of your metrics and like all of your success has to be defined essentially like financially, and I think that's like super shitty.
Hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, I would like to live in the world where it's like, yes, you should follow your dreams, you should do what you want, you should follow your passion, but just realize that your passion is maybe not going to make you a lot of money, and you kind of like just have to get those things in your head, which like I've kind of made peace with for my own life. Like I'm 41, I don't really have space to complain anymore about like if I didn't like how my life was going, I should do something about it, I should change it. Like I'm an adult, I can do those things, I have the appropriate mental bandwidth to do that kind of thing now. But it's just like, yeah, most of the things and like the personal development I want to do, they have nothing to do with work. Like work is work. I'm fine with my job. I'm fine with my career. I maybe am not getting the fulfillment from it that I thought I would when I was 25, but still, like I'm pretty lucky on the scale of things. I mostly get to do like a job that I actually wanted to do when I was younger, and a lot of people don't get to do jobs that they aspired to when they were back in college. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty lucky in that regard. But it's like, yeah, it's never going to make me a lot of money, but I still get to do cool stuff like go to laser tag tournaments, and I'm really happy I've been able to do that more lately. So
yeah.
I don't know. You got to strike a balance, folks. You got to figure out what you want in life, and but just yeah, like I just feel like in the modern age, like we need more reminders of like not everything about like personal accomplishment and success has to be based around how much is in your bank account or like how much you made at your job in the last year. Like probably that is not actually going to be all that fulfilling for a lot of people.
I think since doing the show, and then subsequently like streaming and stuff after that, it's kind of shined a light for me, at least, how important being creatively fulfilled is. Like,
Yeah.
That's the thing that's the thing that I notice the most is if I do something that's really creatively fulfilling, then I feel pretty good for a while. And then all the financial issues I kind of push back deep down and deal with them later. But yeah, your first international trophy turned 15 this year. That's awesome. Kadama, you mean to tell me I can't make a living playing SM5? Not if you retire.
No, he's out of retirement now. He's out of retirement
for now.
Don't worry about it.
You can't get a contract if you're flaky on retirement. You know what I'm saying? Be like
I don't know.
Trudge. Stick
I
around
don't know.
forever.
Kadama might be good enough to justify it. You
Not
know, it's like one
anymore.
of those Michael Jordan retirements where it's like, just kidding. I'm only taking a break for a couple of months.
I just went to play baseball. Yeah, I went down south to play snowball. Is what happened with Kadama. That, my friends, called a callback. Boom, nailed it.
Boom,
nailed it. For now, sounded like a threat. It was. Well, today we thought we would talk about this year as a whole and look back and look at some key things that happened this year, and things that are important to us. In true resupply fashion, I didn't do any homework. But
No. In true resupply fashion, we let the teacher do all the homework.
Both of those things are true.
Let's be very clear about this.
Yeah, I had a couple of things that kind of popped up in my head, but if you want to share some of your accomplishments in chat, whether it's Laser Force related or personal related or whatever, just something that you were stoked about how it went this year, feel free to put it in chat and we'll read through them and stuff. And inevitably we run out of content when DK runs out of things to say. So you came out of retirement for now. Another callback.
Got it.
So I don't know. I don't know about you. I hate to start on a negative.
but you're going to?
And we can build to the positive. So get the negative out of the way first.
2025, not the greatest year. Not the greatest year, I don't think. There were some cool things. But overall,
you just mean like the year as a whole?
As a whole, yeah. Bit of a meh one.
That's fair. That is entirely fair, yeah.
But good highlights. Some good highlights. Stallion, you umpired your first field hockey tournament. That's pretty fucking cool. 2, you got a job. Get that money.
Oh yeah.
Lone Soul getting shot in the back was a highlight. You moved to the opposite side of the world by yourself. Where did you move to, Shawnee? Did we know that?
Do we know? Oh yeah, is that why you haven't been around, Shawnee?
Why he hasn't been around.
That is why Shawnee hasn't been around. I vaguely remember saying something about this. Apologies for being the UK. Yeah, okay. Cool. So
that is definitely the other side of the world.
Well, from who? It is from us. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, sorry.
God damn it, Steve-O. Come on. You're better than this.
No, I'm here. All right.
We're doing live on air notes. Come on, you're better than this.
How do we want to start?
I saw a post on Reddit to follow up on what you said that just said if 2025 were a drink, it would be colonoscopy prep. Like that's pretty accurate, I feel like. Just in terms of like the feeling, like 2025, like not really a great year in a lot of respects. But laser tag wise, I mean, I think we did okay. Maybe it wasn't the best year ever, but we did get we got at least 3 events this year that I can think of, and there are probably more, but I'm obviously going to focus on ones that I attended that were talked about on the podcast.
Sure.
Like all the way back in January, we had random draw in queues. That was a really cool event. It featured the world's shortest retirement by Kodama. That was pretty special. Type of thing. Kodama was like going off on a high note. I win random draw and I ride off into the sunset. Ooh, actually, you know what? Playing laser tag is fun. I should come back and do that. Which is true.
Didn't want to go to Brisbane.
But I mean, random draw, like honestly, that was a really fun tournament. I was going back through our catalog on YouTube, which I rarely do. Like by and large, I actually don't like watching myself back all that much because I have to do that when I edit videos and such, and I get tired of the sound of my own voice.
What's that like?
Yeah, it's weird. Weird, right? But I did listen to a little bit of the recap show we did after East Coast, and I remember very specifically saying like it was sort of the perfect mix of it was a cool social hangout and get together, but also had a little bit of competitive element to it. So it wasn't all one way or the other, because like Nats can get a little intense sometimes. That can sometimes overwhelm the personal stuff. The Mega Members Nights are like really cool on a personal standpoint, but some of the games are just like, people didn't really try that hard. So it's like you throw that little competitive element in there. So it was like the perfect mix at that event. And I felt like it went pretty well, both overall, and I was pretty happy with how I did, how my team did, that we kind of like were in the losers bracket and clawed our way back up to third. And that's like just a fun thing. Between that and Nats, the experience of like falling to the losers bracket after like your first or second match in finals and having to like run the gauntlet through is nerve-wracking, but it's also like weirdly exhilarating. And like there isn't I don't think there's really any other anything else that can match like that kind of adrenaline high. And like that is I've discovered something that I'm really like seeking out in tournaments, which is kind of like a sick fascination because most of the time I don't like feeling that kind of anxiety, but it's like the excitement that you feel of knowing that you only have one chance to get through and make it to the next match, but it's just like, just win one more, win one more, win one more, and go as far as you can.
You get that kind of ego high too, right? Like, yeah, let's fuck.
Mhm.
I've got my team here, and we're gonna fuck you up. Let's go.
Mhm.
Yeah, I enjoy that feeling also.
But it was a cool event. It was a cool tournament. So I'm happy that we've done more Q's events lately, and that we're going to be going back to Q's next year.
Yeah, seems to be kind of. I mean, there's two. Well, yeah, there's two like major spots, I suppose, in the States to get that fix, and one of them is there, and the other one is elsewhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, right on. You know what? What happens, which was kind of a major thing for New Zealand laser tag is Auckland had new ownership. I'm pretty sure this year. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty
I
sure
had
that
that on my
happened this year.
list. I was pretty sure that happened sometime this
I think it was
calendar
like
year.
Yeah,
like
early. It was
March.
early. It was early in the year. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's definitely been for the better. I was talking to them off the back of our conversation last week about the old owners. They were great, real, super friendly, super nice. They gave us pretty much whatever we asked for. But because of the hardships and stuff that they endured, they they kind of lost their passion for being in the building. And I was talking to I was asking the new ownership, hell, what days you closed over the kind of the summer break, and they were like the stat days. Every other day we're open, we're here, we're wanting people to come in. I was like, perfect, like that tells me
Nice.
everything I need to know. Like, yeah, they've made some really positive changes. Their social media presence is far better than it used to be.
Right.
Well, that's what you need nowadays.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing like heaps of stuff, like the local kind of businesses are having their Christmas functions there, which is awesome to see. They're getting like
Oh,
corporate groups and
okay.
stuff coming in, so yeah, real good positive stuff.
Well, and that's the type of thing that like is pretty much the secret sauce to the to a facility being around for an extended period of time.
Yeah,
Because
you got to be a
I mean,
staple.
yeah, well, and it's like okay, yeah, sure, birthday parties are a thing. They're always going to be a thing. They're always going to be a very good chunk of your monthly income. That's just the way it is. But if you can have it so that the birthday parties aren't necessarily like 80 to 90% of your income, if they can be 50% of your income, and groups can can subsidize a large portion of that, I mean, that's just going to improve your bottom line and ensure that you've got the bankroll to make it through some lean months, because leaner months are going to happen. I mean, that's just reality as far as that goes.
In
Like
most every
sometimes just
business, yeah.
almost everything's going to happen. So if you've got if you've got the corporate groups basically to also fall back on, like that's fucking great.
Yeah, real good.
I love to hear that. I'm so looking forward to being there in a little over a month, and seeing everything that's changed, and getting a chance to meet the new owners, and all that. Like I'm very excited to
Me too.
do all that. I bet.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really good to see. So that's definitely something that's what's up, Al? One should want to be a stapler. Is your job to just hold shit together. That's so deep and profound. See, Al's another one of those friends who, in my eyes, is a well-adjusted adult.
Well, he's
True.
he's certainly an adult with an amazing voice.
Yes, he is. Can't do it justice.
No, you can't. So
no.
don't even try.
Gotta try, but sometimes you fall. That's a secret. Yeah, so that's probably that was on my list of
Really cool things.
cool things this year.
Mhm.
Yeah, what else you got? I kind of jumped in.
I think there might have been another kind of event in Q's or Loveland that some people went to. I think a
It was
few
Loveland.
Utah people went.
It was
Yeah.
Loveland.
So they did at least one other mega member night, but I know it was not super well attended by people from California. So I unfortunately can't speak to that very much, but it is good that they are still continuing that. I haven't been to Loveland since 2024 Nats, but I am looking forward to going next year, end of February, and seeing some of the arena changes that have happened. So that's another kind of development for 2025 is Loveland is undergoing a arena remodel, update, something
Thing.
or other. I don't know all the details, but
We'll find out in
I
February.
will see it. Yeah, I'll see
Mini
it in
golf,
February.
please, mini golf.
Well, no, that's just it. I
God,
mean,
please no mini golf.
well, it is actually. I think that's what they're
Yeah,
putting
I
in
know
the
that
other
that is something
room
they're
that they're having to cut part of the arena out to make a passageway to get to the new space that they took over. So
I can't think of one example where that hasn't worked out well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Mini golf always improves.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Field usability. Yeah. When we were saying that last week, I'm just like, man, if we could get rid of the mini golf field in St. George and just like expand the arena to that section, like they could do a lot more with that field. It'd actually be pretty cool. And I already like that field, so it'd be interesting. Anyway, no sense speculating about what can't be.
Let's just put in here revival of Sacramento Laser Force.
I mean, I'm going to go with technically that's probably more of a next year thing. I mean,
well,
it's cool.
yeah.
It is very cool that that the helmets were able to secure the equipment from Aztec site in Long Island that unfortunately had to close. Like that site having to close, and I know some of like the underpinnings for why, and it's fucking bullshit, but it's also not necessarily public consumption stuff. But suffice it to say, fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But the fact that the packs were able to stay in the family, as it were, and go to a group of people that have really been wanting to bring tag back to Sacramento, like since it went away. And I mean, first step to getting tag back is, although usually like you don't, I feel like this might be a little out of order. Like normally maybe like you wouldn't have bought the packs first and then do everything else. Like I feel like there's usually some other stuff first and then you buy the packs.
Well, I mean, if your priority is I'm going to open a laser tag business versus if your priority is we're going to be playing laser tag, hopefully that will be attached to a business.
Yeah.
But if not, we'll just build something on the property.
Yeah.
So, but it may be backwards from the usual process, but it makes sense in this context. I do believe that they're in California now. I don't know if they've made it all the way back to Sacramento, but I know Autumn and Disco just did like a 5-day road trip across the United States, bringing a bunch of vests and laser tag equipment with them. So hope that they're able to get some rest and that the packs made it all in one piece. I'm sure they did.
The reason I kind of brought it up is because I wanted to shout out like the Sacramento Laser Force crew as a whole.
And
because
Aiden says that they're about 2 hours from Sacramento right now. Okay, so
nice.
Yes.
But like, so how long when did Carmichael shut down? 2019.
2019. It was either February or March of 19.
Right. Yeah, because it happened before COVID, and COVID would have probably killed them anyway.
Yeah.
COVID would have nuked it. Like there's no doubt in my mind. So at most we would have gotten one more year out of it. Not necessarily because I don't think the business could have weathered COVID, because a lot did, but I think there are other factors involved in that the business would not have continued after COVID for a variety of reasons.
So to have you guys, and I say you guys encompassing pretty much all of the Sacramento players that still play on the semi-regular, you guys have played for the better part of a decade now without a home site. And I think if you guys hadn't committed to doing that over that long period of time, the likelihood of of Sacramento potentially getting Laser Force back would be pretty small. And
Unless
not
it was
just
someone outside the community, I'd say 0%.
yeah, exactly right. And also, like, you know, now that it's come back, it's coming back with a you know, maybe a reduced size, but still an existing customer base that wouldn't have otherwise been there. Because I'd imagine that, you know, without having the diehards still continue to play, when they open up, they've got to build it from scratch again, and they don't have to do that this time. Or you know, to be fair, the previous time as well, I guess. But
I mean, it'll kind of be from scratch. Like I guarantee we'll have people come out of the woodwork. Like I know
100%.
Yeah.
Then
Tom
you'll
and
get the
Mania
drop
are gonna
off.
come out. I'm sure Cordash will come out. I'm sure
Yeah.
some of the other, you know, stalwarts from the past will come and play.
Yep.
Maybe they won't play every week, but I know that we will definitely have interest. But it'll be obviously in a new location. We'll have to develop a new client base. I don't know why I keep saying will. Like I'm just a consultant on this. I'm not
Yeah.
involved with
We
this.
as a Sacramento
Otherwise-
Laser, yeah.
Yeah, as a community, like I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
help them out as much as I can, but
Yeah.
it really has been, you know, Autumn, Aiden, Disco, like that group has really kind of carried the Sacramento community forward, and I'm happy that I've gotten to be a part of it and that I
Yeah.
have made as much of an effort to getting to a lot of those away events as they have.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we have kind of collectively sort of kept the spirit of the Sacramento Laser Tag alive, but just from an organizational standpoint, we owe them a lot more because they have really done the vast majority of the work, both in like keeping the
100%.
Sacramento community alive and in some ways like stimulating interest in events in the US last few years, because a lot of those mega members nights would not have happened without Autumn and Aiden.
Yeah.
Like
Mostly
obviously
Autumn.
the Loveland
Mostly Autumn.
people hosted. I don't want to like take anything away from them, but like in order to like get interest for a mega members night, you have to have people from outside your site to
Exactly.
come and play, because people from your own site won't come and play 3 nights in a row.
That's right.
But if you tell them out of Tatterers are coming, so you know.
Speaking of which,
but it's huge things for
January the 28th, 7th,
27th. That's the Tuesday.
yeah, come play some laser tag at Auckland Laser Force, because that guy's
'Cause
gonna
I'll
be
be there.
here. Yeah,
I'll be here.
got one hoodlum is coming out as well, so maybe we'll convince Bridget to play. I don't know if Bridget plays, but maybe. Who knows?
I mean, when would she have had the opportunity to play? Even I know that she came to Auckland.
Yeah.
I don't think she played any of the
Nah. But
like
they,
standard,
they
like even
have
the standard
played-
games and stuff there.
They played, and Al, I don't know if you're still in chat, but if you are, like, you'd be able to obviously shed some light. But there were a couple times where they went and checked out a couple of the laser forces, like locally, at FECs.
The
But
open FECs.
yeah. So I don't know
It's
if
different.
I don't know if Bridget played or not, but you know, maybe we could convince her. Not aware of her ever played more than a couple times. Yeah. So maybe we might be able to see if we could get her in the maze, but probably not. But yeah, that's So I wanted to bring it up because it's cool, but also it's a testament to I think you know, not only the Helmuth family, but like you know, the core Sacramento members base for 6-7 years playing basically homeless, having to travel, but still having the passion to play. It's good.
I mean, it is fairly amusing when, you know, you can have more people turn up
After.
from somewhere that does more people turn up from somewhere that doesn't
Sorry.
have a site than from somewhere that, you know, does. That's always my personal amusement, or has been my personal amusement over the last several years, where it's like, oh look, Sacramento people, they sent like 8 people to this thing. Detroit sent like 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not to throw any shade, but looking at you, Detroit.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure only Stu hangs out here, and even then, not really.
Yeah, I mean, like I would say like Stu, Rhea, and Baden have been the main Detroit stalwarts the last few years. I mean, Josh did come out and play Nats this year. We weren't sure it was going to happen until we saw him in the flesh, but he did make it out.
And he seemed like he had a bunch of fun. What's up, Stu?
Speak of the devil.
So yeah, the zone players. That is on my list as well of highlights from this year. Is that we had a bit of we got to know some fellow laser tag enthusiasts that play the wrong system, but they do play they do play laser tag. So Leech had message, and well, hopefully, I think he's probably going to end up being here when you're here, Than, to come and play some tag. So, and I think as a side, it was like, oh, I'll put the message out. Oh, no, the zone players are all here. I think the following month or something, or earlier in the month.
Yeah,
so,
they have something else. They have an actual event like a few weeks later. So, yeah, two trips is not really worth it. And it's just me. Like they don't know me. They have no reason to.
Nah, but it's more
show up
like
because
it's
I'm
not so
here.
much you, but like, oh, if there's a
No,
laser
no,
tag event.
no, it's me. Fuck off.
I like the way you think.
I'm just taking a page out of your book, though. That's all.
yeah. Unlike Melbourne, that just died a slow, painful death. Was it that slow? I don't know if it was. I think all of a sudden there was no more. No more.
Yeah, but they hadn't had any kind of like member base really over years. So in terms of like being members like of the Laser Force community, like the business might have shut down very quickly, but like Oakley, aside from the core group showing up every few years when there's an Australia Nats, or New Zealand Nats, but like it just and that used to be, I would say, like probably sort of the second site after Brisbane. Like there was like Brisbane and Oakley were the laser tag powerhouses of the Southern Hemisphere, and then like everyone else had to catch up. And then like after about 2010, Oakley became pretty sporadic in terms of just like tournament scene presence.
The owners stopped regular members nights many years earlier. We couldn't play during business hours. That is wild to me. I don't understand why you wouldn't pick a night that there's nothing happening and be like, that's your night. Come and play on that night. Come play on a Monday. There's literally nobody here on a Monday from 6 until, 9 or whatever, or 7 till 10. Crazy.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Really?
Yeah. Dumb. But yeah, it was cool to get to know the Zone crew. Really cool to see their the stuff that they're doing with the stream stuff. The stream as a whole has given me, well, after Nats this year sort of gave me a list of like things that I really liked and things I really didn't like from the stream, and I'm sure that it was the same for a lot of people. So
we'll get into it. What did you like or not like?
I liked the implementation of the stats. I really like the stats on the screen displayed as they were. What I didn't like is that everyone decided to have input during the week and things got changed. That really pissed me off, actually, is things got updated and changed and layouts were changed, and certain things that for me at least, like, dude, the flipping of the scoreboard for me annoys the absolute fuck out of me from a broadcasting perspective, because it makes it very difficult to follow, to read the things, right?
Especially when it's a close game,
and it made it even more so when it's in a scoreboard format that's brand new, that people aren't used to looking where the information normally is, and so you couple that with moving the information around on the screen throughout the week, as well as the jumping, especially when we had something that already was mimicking what that was supposed to do. That really annoyed me. That was one of, I think, because of that change, it made everything else useless, because everyone was like, well, I can't read this. I don't know where to look. I don't know where all the information that I'm trying to see is. Let's go back to the old scoreboard. And that was part of it. And, it bugged the shit out of me. So that was one thing I didn't like about the scoreboard. But I do like having a good amount of information on the screen to see. But all that stuff needs a commentary team to kind of explain it. So that's kind of the role of commentary, to kind of explain the story of the game, not just yeah. So it's kind of like a flow-on effect.
Sure.
But yeah, Democratic Republic of Brisbane, at least when Rusty is away. You could have gone with the stuff you liked first. I did. I said I liked the stats. I liked the overall style of the scoreboard as well. It looked really good. But that was my biggest annoyance was stuff kept getting changed throughout the week, and it bugged me.
Well, so the I'm gonna devil's advocate them changing just because it the screen flipping, that or the score flip, like that piece should never have come back because it does make the commentary much more difficult.
Yeah.
However, the fact that Wildcard was able to like make changes on the fly for certain other things that weren't necessarily working correctly, like that actually was very cool. That's like, oh, we know this one thing isn't this one thing has a bug and it's causing this piece of information to display not correctly. Having him be able to like on the fly basically fix the thing, and so that the next day that bug did not reoccur, like that part was legitimately awesome.
Yeah,
I think that I think that like had the update fixes been confined to we're
fixing
just
bugs.
Squash.
We're not changing stuff.
We're just gonna bug squash and not re-add. Not add complete visual changes.
Yeah,
like putting the flipping back in. I think that would have been completely fine.
Yeah.
On the whole, though, like it's still like this huge net positive around
100%.
Oh, here is this like new way of displaying the information, which again, without the flipping, would actually probably be better, and kind of this very cool thing around because now you've got zone tournaments and force tournaments that can use a very similar display, and it's displaying certain different pieces of information within it. Being able to, as a viewer or somebody who does like both systems and view tournaments in both systems, being able to like go between systems and have a common, essentially a common view to look at. So that you're not necessarily immediate if you switch watching, you're not trying to like, okay, where's the information that I'm looking for. You can go like, oh, okay, yes, I'm a force player watching a zone tournament, but I know I know what this format is, and I know where all the information is. Or I'm a zone player who's watching this force tournament. Same things, like, I may not necessarily know what some of these specific little pieces are, but I know where all the information is that is relevant.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not sure I agree on that part, but because to me, I'm like those details. That is like everything, though. That's like saying, well, it's a lot easier to read French if you already speak English because they use the same Latin alphabet. Like, well, yes, technically I can see what the words look like, but if I don't know any of the vocabulary, like, is that actually helpful?
Right.
I guess it's easier than learning Korean because you have to learn an entirely new alphabet, but I don't necessarily know that it might be a little bit easier visually, but I don't know that that's really going to help people who are primarily System 1 players moving to System 2, or System 2 looking at to System 1, of like immediately being able to understand like what's going on in the game.
Maybe it gives familiarity, like a little bit of familiarity. Like, okay, this isn't completely foreign to me.
I guess there is that. There is that.
And that's where I'm going with it. I mean, that there's still obviously going to be nuance and detail that you're going to have to pick up if you're not primarily that system's player looking at that format, because there are different pieces of information being displayed.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a 2025 win in terms of like bringing bringing the tournament scenes closer together. Like
Yeah.
even if there's never a tremendous overlap going forward, because
Yeah.
like the Venn diagram of people who are going to try and do both is not big. I mean, it's Taipan.
Taipan, Micro, Cody.
Yeah, like it's not big. Like it is this relatively narrow overlap, but the fact that that there even is that overlap, and that overlap did get bigger this year, and and because of that, maybe it does continue to grow a little bit. I mean, there's definitely a point where it's like, nah, this is as much as it's going to overlap, just because timing, this, that, the other, and that's fine.
Mm.
But
I think what it would
yeah.
also take is for a mostly zone team to actually do decently in a force tournament, or for a force team to do decently in a zone tournament. But right now, those games are so different from each other that I feel like the odds of that are somewhat low, unless they were somehow playing against like another non-force system team at a Leisure Force tournament. Like okay, we beat them because they're also not force players, but just the kind of gap in how those game systems go. But I think that is what would be good for attracting more people to come over from the communities, if they can see people in their community having success in another arena versus like, oh yeah, we went to a tournament, we got our asses kicked. Like it was fun, but like we didn't have any chance in that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I want to go do that or not.
I would also I want to also just quickly say how appreciative I am, and I think of the entire force scene was, for the amount of work that Wildcard put in.
For sure.
Nobody
For
is
sure.
saying, and I'm not saying that Wildcard did a bad job, because it's the exact opposite of that. Wildcard killed it. I think what happened, Wildcard was creating a thing. Wildcard was creating a product for a Laser Force community that he is unfamiliar with, and so isn't doesn't know the things that we like or don't like, and and I say we, like, that changes depending on who you're talking about in the community as well, because there's a lot of people that like, no, we like how the scoreboard flips because it tells us who's winning. It's like, yeah, but there's other things. If you learn the board, there's other things that will tell you that information without making everything else unreadable. So I think it was more of a case of too many cooks when it came down to it. So yeah, that was just how I kind of felt about it, and yeah, it kind of annoyed me, but like, it's not like I'm the boss. Like, who cares what Steve thinks?
Yeah. Well, because like I guess my feelings about the stream are always kind of complicated in the sense that like I think it's really cool that people do it, and I have the most respect in the world for like you and Scythe last year, for Wildcard, and for Rockwood, and all the other people who did commentary this year. Like that's a big commitment. That's a big chunk of time invested, and like I'm super impressed that people do that. At the same time, like for me, when I go to a tournament, my priority is the tournament. So I don't really have much bandwidth to pay attention to the stream. And I also like, I admit this is mostly a me thing. I find myself sometimes getting a little bit annoyed at people who are really concerned about the stream at the event. I'm like, guys, we're at the event. The people who are outside the event, they can care about the stream all they want because they're not here.
Because it's for them.
But in my opinion, like anything that they get is extra because they ain't here. The people who are here, they need to have priority of like the.
Well, that's who the stream's for,
all that kind of stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Like the stream is for them to feel like they're a part of the event, or maybe not like they're a part of the event, but to experience the event that's happening. But you're right. Like the event is for the people that are at the event. Yeah.
But yeah, anything that involves like, oh, we couldn't find our teammate because they were checking out something on the stream, or they had to be interviewed for the stream, or someone said something in chat that got back to somebody at the tournament, and now they're in a bad mood because they overheard this or that kind of trash talk that was probably said in jest on the stream, but when it's stripped of context, like it comes off as insulting.
That was
any
me.
of those kinds of things that I'm just like, I'm like, those are things though that I'm just like, I don't need that intruding on my mental space that is already kind of like competing with a lot of different sources at a tournament. So like if you want to do the stream, like that's cool. That's your jam. I support that 100%. Like I'm not going to rule out doing commentary at some point when I am broken down and I can't play anymore. But while I'm at the tournaments, like that is going to be my focus.
Yeah.
And like I don't like the stream impinging on that. When I'm not in a tournament, I love having the stream because it does give something to do. But like I said, the priority I feel like always has to go to the people who showed up to play.
That's right, because they paid money to be there. So, you know, there's a certain irony about DK complaining about streaming audience from a platform of streaming to an audience.
Yeah, because I can't play laser tag right now. If I could play laser tag right now, I wouldn't be streaming
Fuck this show.
I feel like that's perfectly consistent.
But yeah, overall, super awesome to meet the zone players. Less awesome to be presented with their terrible can of beans on the way out of the the caravan. Whoever that was, thanks. I blame beans. I assume it was Cool Beans that did it. In which case, there we go. Yeah, you're right. I see you, Cool Beans, son of a bitch. But yeah, it was overall great. What a cool thing to have happened. Yeah, thanks to them for making the effort this year and for coming out and kind of like bridging a gap, I guess, or an imagined gap. Is it imagined? I don't know. It's not like any of us.
I don't think it's imagined, but it is cool. No, like I don't think there's beef there. It's just it's different. It's different things.
Yeah.
Like they're related interests, but they are distinct from one another. It's like D&D and Warhammer. Like, sure, there's a lot of overlap between those things and who's fans of them, but some people play one, some people play the other, and there's not always a lot of crossover there. You might assume that there is looking from the outside. You tell somebody you play laser tag, they might think that all of those things are the same, but like they're pretty distinct from one another. So it is cool. It's again, I appreciate people who are going to make the effort to go do something different. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for that because I probably would not rock up to his own event to go play. Like, just to be real. I'm considering in 2026 actually playing in Armageddon, but only because it basically leads right into the Syracuse Nats. Yeah. So it's like, it's not a separate trip. It's not a separate vacation. It's at most a couple extra days of accommodation. Yeah. Would I go do that if it were an entirely separate trip? I probably wouldn't, but I'm just like,
it's worth
if I have the chance, maybe I should like try to actually be sociable with people outside of obviously our elite and morally good community. But
Beans, when are we doing Armageddon? Let us know. We're gonna do Armageddon this side of the Cool Beans. I mean, let's do some sort of Armageddon.
Yeah, I mean, I would genuinely like if you've got the opportunity to do Geddon, you know, at least once, it is worth doing. Like the time that I did it in 2014, God, it's been so fucking long.
God, was that long ago?
It was that long ago.
Way more recent.
No, I did it in 2014 because I thought I was moving back to New Zealand at the end of that year originally, and so it was like, oh, this is like the only chance I'm going to have to do it, and then I ended up, moving to Texas instead. Springs and roundabouts.
Winner.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, like it is a good experience.
Yeah,
you should definitely do it at least once. And the fact that Geddon this year is basically being timed out with Nat so that you can do it that way is definitely a good thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, and got upgraded from New Zealand to Texas. You can fuck right the fuck off.
There needs to be like 8 quotes around upgraded.
Yeah.
Where's 2026 Nats? 2026, Syracuse, New York. 2027
has not been decided, but it might be closer to you, Shawnee.
Yeah, there's rumblings that it'll be in Europe somewhere, and if it's not in Europe, I believe it'll be Auckland. Yeah.
But
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. But kind of the initial thought was that 2027 might be in one of the Czech Republic sites.
Yeah.
Like because
Tomik has been really boosting the idea. I think they would like to host. I think really the only barrier is how feasible is it to get people from Australia, New Zealand, how
Yeah.
feasible is it to get people from the States to actually come and attend? That would make it, quote unquote, like a true international. It sounds really arrogant to say that, but I'm American. That's what we do.
Valid.
So I think that would really be the only barriers. That is, if there isn't sufficient interest, it's like, well, okay,
Yeah.
I guess we need an alternative site for people from the States or from down under to go play. But
What's the
I would really
minimum?
like to see Europe get more integrated into our Space Marine scene. But I'm also aware of the fact that that kind of growth could be painful because you're going to have more and more sites competing for who wants to host this year. And the farther apart you make the tournaments, the less likely it is you're going to have the same consistent people come every year. You might have different people come every year, and that could be a virtue all its own.
I'm all right with that.
But but there's not necessarily the same, like, oh yeah, this is the time of year that I see all of these people, and they're there,
Yeah.
and at least like a core group of people is there at least, like, if not every year, they're probably there 2 out of 3 or 4 out of 5 years.
Yeah. LFDGA in Europe, fucking yes, please. Olympus is keen to run it back if he ever comes to New Zealand. Yeah, so if we didn't host, and again, it just comes down to where people actually want to go as well, where people want to travel to. But if we didn't host 2027, we would put our hand up to host for 2028.
When's Sacramento going to have their go?
Get a site first.
Working on it. Working on it.
Yeah, there's like you say, like there's plenty of places that it could potentially be, but I like what I was going to ask was what's the minimum home site requirement for teams, you reckon? Or at least, like how many teams would need to be relatively local, like Euro teams, to make it viable for somewhere in Europe to host?
I think if you get sufficient interest from other continents, that even if you could have 4 teams, I feel like if you because imagine you might get like 2 teams from the States and maybe 1 from Australia, New Zealand, that part of the world. So you could have, 7 teams. If you get 5 locals, that would be, you'd have an 8-team tournament. That's
what's the minimum?
Pretty reasonable. That like that's a good number, I think, for a Laser Force Nats.
Would 1 work if there were one team worth of Euros that were like, yep, that we're playing Nats, and that's the only like, let's say it was in the Czech Republic, and in the Czech Republic were like, we have 1 team of people wanting to play Space Marines under the rule set. Would that be enough to get the community to go there?
Not in my opinion. I mean, are we counting like German sites as also local? Because I would think that you could probably scare up at least 1 team of Germans. I mean, like Marcus would pull in 5 randos if he had to.
Yeah. But you know, like that's my point. Like if you're gonna get, because now if you're trying to get, I think you would need 4 teams from.
4 seems like a reasonable number.
From the I think you need 4 teams to travel there to make it like, so like 2 from the States, 1 from Australia, 1 from New Zealand, let's say.
Okay,
or
sure.
Yeah.
UK would also probably travel for that as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying
they'd be
like,
far more likely to go. So
yeah.
So imagine you get 1 from the UK too. Yeah.
Right.
So
I think you would get 4 to 5 teams from
there.
Europe. Yeah, and I guess, and so the other question is that many people keen to play with a rule set that they're not used to? Who knows? We'll
that's
see.
a question that'll have to be answered before we officially determine
100%.
whether or not they're actually going to host. Well, I mean, I say that like we can actually control whether they host. They can say they're hosting an event all they want. It really is the question of like, would people attend? So I think, though, if it is made clear to people from the States, even from the UK, and certainly to Australia and New Zealand, that yes, we have X many local teams. And like I said, I feel like if you had 4 or 5, that would be more than enough to be like, oh yeah, okay, if you got that many people, sure, we'll come over, we'll send a team.
Yeah, right on. It is something that, obviously we haven't experienced from the Southern Hemisphere, and I don't think from the US either, like going and playing a Space Marines tournament in Europe. So
no, That would
There have been
definitely be
individual players who have gone over and played in
Yeah,
Europe, but
yeah.
not really for like tournaments.
Yeah. What sites are in the UK? I don't know what active ones there are now. That's a question maybe for Smalley McSmall.
who's
There
not
is
here.
Shawnee, if you haven't already, and this goes out to everyone as well. um,
Peterborough
uh,
still one of them. There's Uddersfield, I think, is one.
if you haven't already, join the Discord server. That is kind of the best place for asking questions like this. I don't know. You got a link, Fan? You got a link to the
I get
Discord
it.
server? Thank you.
I get it.
If you've joined the Discord server and you're like, there's nothing in here, you probably haven't followed the intro instructions. So just make sure you follow the intro instructions because that'll open up all of the channels that you want to see. So go through and follow the instructions. We were going to do an instructional video for all of you boomers out there who don't know how the internet works. But yeah, join the Discord because it's easy enough to go in there and ask questions like that. But yeah, I don't know where in the UK they play on the regular. Who knows? Right. Okay, I guess we kind of covered Brisbane Nats, but that was kind of the
Sort of.
flagship event, right?
Yeah, we covered the stream. I figured that probably discussion of Nats now that because obviously we've done several shows about Nats, but now that we've had the benefit of a couple of months of retrospect, it is the centerpiece of the year for the Laser Force community. And I'm very happy that that's still the case. I love that we have an annual event that really does kind of attract the most attention and the most interest from the community as a whole. So I think it's perfectly appropriate that we would spend the bulk of a show talking about that event, what went well, what didn't go. But yeah, overall, I think like our kind of impression coming away from it was that it was like it wasn't a bad Nats, but it was like an average Nats experience for I don't know
for us at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know maybe you didn't have the most enthusiasm for a variety of reasons.
I think I've talked about it a few times, but there were certainly aspects that I really enjoyed, but there weren't as many of those moments for me this year. And that's not to say that it was necessarily it wasn't a bad tournament. There were just elements that really rubbed the shine off of the event for me, and it's a thing that I really look forward to when I'm like, cool, I'm gonna go to Nats this year. There are certain things that I am really excited for, and yeah, like one of those things is not getting sick, which is pretty rare apparently when you look back on it. But yeah, I don't know. There were certain things that annoyed me, or that I didn't enjoy, or were just meh. But there were other things that I really enjoyed. Like I really enjoyed playing disc golf. That was a highlight for me. But I think for me it was a mix of like external things, but also my own inadequacies as my body is not where it used to be. My fitness is not where it used to be. My skill is not where it used to be, and so some of that stuff maybe is
welcome to my world.
Yeah, I think that might have been it. The highlight of Steve's laser tag tournament was disc golf. Yeah, that's about right, actually. The stuff outside of the tournament I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the comedy night. That was amazing.
And we did still get it. Maybe wasn't as much as I thought it might be with getting everybody to hang out at the caravan park, but the fact that pretty much all the out-of-towners were there and you could just go knock on someone's door and hang out for 20 minutes and mingle. Like that part was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like that is the most attendance we've ever had, I think, at the caravan park where, like I said, basically all the out-of-towners were there. So you could rock up and hang out with whoever you want. And some of us hung out a little bit too hard and we had to pay for it the next day, but it happens.
Doesn't that hurt me the most? You spent 3 weeks in PT getting back to where you were before you left. That's brutal, Stu. Brutal. Yeah.
And the Brisbane arena is, I would say, punishing of any physical ailments that you might have,
Correct.
Yeah.
because there's a lot of
Correct.
you're getting up and down ramps a lot, you're squatting under walls a lot, you're having to do a lot of quick movements,
You're getting
you're apparently
reflected
getting
off
shot
the
off the
ceiling.
ceiling. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, that part not so good. Like
It's
I
amazing.
already covered this when we did our Nats recap show, but I'm just like, that shot alone to me like puts Brisbane down like 2 tiers in my rankings. Where
Oh.
like Brisbane was always at like almost the very top of arenas that I love the most, and
Yeah.
just not enamored with that shot, not enamored with some of the other changes that have been made to the field. Like it's not the kind
It's
of
not what
crown
it
jewel
used
that
to
it once
be.
was.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be. But I don't know. I was just I was stoked that DK and I finally got to play a resupply tournament together
That was
at
really
a
cool.
Nats. Like that was for all the times that we've played resupply together, on, on a members night or randomly at a mega members night or whatever. Like being able to actually do it at a tournament was just fucking awesome. It's like,
Mhm.
oh
It's pretty
yeah,
cool.
cool. This is pretty fucking great that I get to play resupply with like literally one of my best friends, who's been one of my best friends for longer than any of us care to admit.
Mhm.
Um,
And where we used to be 3-hit partners once upon a time, and now we are
yeah,
resupply.
we have certainly completed the Laser Force evolution of, oh yes, once we were 3 hits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um.
Well, and I mean, coming back to something you mentioned earlier, Steve, about like the fact that I haven't, or we haven't, anybody from Sacramento or most people from California really haven't had like a single site to play from. Like I'm super grateful that I'd say going back to 2021 when we did our first like Pan California team for Syracuse, I feel really lucky. I've gotten to play on some great, memorable, very fun teams with people I might not otherwise be able to play with if Sacramento still had a site. But
Yeah.
like getting to play on teams with like Kodama and Applesauce and Dill multiple years, getting to play, with the Utah guys for USA West. That was a super special experience, and then getting to play with the Loveland guys this last year, like it just those are things that might not have happened. So it's kind of the silver lining to
Agree.
us losing our site is that it has kind of played havoc with eligibility stuff. We've touched on that in other shows,
Yeah.
but I am grateful that I've gotten the opportunity to play with just some really cool people, and it was a pleasure to play on those teams. And at least for me personally, like looking back the last 3 years, that it's like I've made it to the podium the last 3 years, gotten an all-star last 3 years. Like that's actually about like my best run I've had in tournaments. So like even though I feel like I'm kind of on the decline, at least from that standpoint, like it's been a really good, successful few years, and I'm really
Mm.
grateful to all my teammates for helping me to
Helping
get
carry
there.
you.
And there've been a lot of different people that played there over the year, but then we got to play together, 2 years in a row, and I didn't know that would
Yeah,
be
we
something
did.
that we'd be doing in our 40s, and I think it's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
Doing
yeah.
in our
If you,
40s.
I,
Yeah.
yeah. First off, fuck you, because 40s, god damn it. But yeah, the fact that we have gotten to play on two NAS teams again, back to back years again, it's like oh yeah, we're just throwing it back to when we were in our 20s and early 30s.
Yeah.
Fuck this 40s bullshit.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you make it through, you coward.
Again, like this whole being laid off thing has actually fully like fucked up plans for me, because
Yeah.
because in my original like kind of 2026 forward planning, I was like, okay, yep, I'll do, I'll go to Loveland and end of February. I'll go to Syracuse for Nats. I'll figure, I've got a trip to see my mom in Maine for her birthday. Like I had like these things like kind of like gridded out, and now that like I'm gonna have to job hunt in a little bit, it's like, well, fuck, that literally screws me out of Nats. Like I'm like 99% sure it screws me out of Nats, because if I have a new job
I'm like
at that point.
80% sure. I'm like 80% sure.
I'm like
I feel
Just
like there's.
build it
I'm
into
gonna
your
estimate
contract.
20.
Yeah, that's the best thing I ever did. I went and got a job at a ISP here, and I got them to write into my contract. Like he has leave, he has leave in July to go play laser tag.
No questions asked.
Yeah, so you could roster me on. I'm not gonna be here. I told you when I took the job.
Yeah, well, I think it's cute that you think that workers have rights here. So
What did we say at the start of the show?
Yeah. So yeah, I like we yeah. If you want to, I guess that's probably a good kind of summary of Nets from this year.
I did kind of look at another sort of long-term trend too, is that I feel like there have been some distinct eras, at least for like American laser tag, in looking at sort of the period between, I would say 2013 and 2019, that was definitely like kind of dominated by the East Coast teams. I mean, a little bit more Detroit, but Syracuse had a lot of really good showings in that span of time as well. And I think they were kind of dominant over a lot of the West Coast sites. But kind of since like post COVID, I feel like the West has kind of become reascendant. But I think if the East Coast players really put out some of their best rosters, we really have something that's about as close to parity as I think we've had in the States in a long, long time. Because there's a lot of good players at different
teams.
sites now.
I said that'll happen when you form super teams. Bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, but looking at like off of that, people who were on super teams, whatever you want to call them, who now are like playing with their own sites, but have taken that kind of knowledge of things that they've learned from playing with other people. Like I think it has improved sort of the quality of competition.
Yeah.
Because like I really enjoyed the battles that our team that we had with the Utah guys in 2024, and you know, things that they got one over on us in the last match, but that makes me look forward to this year, that it's like, you know, we hopefully we're going to get a rematch and we'd love to come out on top this time. I think that's good to have those kinds of rivalries, but a rivalry, it has to be back and forth. If it's like this team always wins, it's not really a rivalry, because it's like, as much as I think some of us imagine as having like a rivalry with Brisbane, like it's pretty one-sided. Like if it's Brisbane versus the world, that's a rivalry.
Yeah.
But it's like individual sites, like Syracuse and Detroit, like Utah, California, Loveland and Utah. Like there's a lot of those kinds of back and forth that I'm looking forward to, and hopefully that will continue to bear out in the coming years for as long as I'm able to continue doing this at the level that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because I keep having to go over my own head. I'm just like, okay, at some point you're going to reach a point where if you're going to a tournament, it's going to have to be playing for a B team. Can your ego handle that? Or is that when you're going to need to walk away from the game?
Yeah.
So
my ego definitely can, because it's already had to. So.
Yeah.
I don't know if mine can.
That's fair.
But I don't have to worry about it. Not enough BDRL glazing. I'm still washing off all of the BDRL glazing that we received.
Do you need a warm washcloth?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not working. Some sort of bubble bath. Some red wine.
So one of the other one other things from this year that I think was actually really, really cool, the rise of other Force podcasts that were not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that on my list too.
Like other people, you know, Luke really, taking his Force Pro Sports podcast and like turning that into, more of an, more of an, in-depth / deep dive type pod than we do, because obviously our show is very on the fly.
Well, it's just conversation, right?
Yeah,
we basically just say conversation. Yeah.
Whereas
we're a chat show.
Yeah, we are 100% a chat show. Whereas like, Luke's actually like digging into things with people, and like, and really kind of, trying to get behind the numbers on stuff, which it's also very, very cool that, we still have this stats website. Thank you, Maniac, for continuing to maintain that.
Who?
That now has like, we literally have 10 years of data on things, which for those of us that, like data and being able to like kind of like look at trends and whatnot, like having that level of things to look at to figure out trends over time is pretty fucking great. But I'll be that as it may. Like, yeah, Luke's pod has been pretty awesome. The Triple Tap podcast, okay, it didn't last maybe as long as maybe they wanted it to, because I think they've already pulled in the plug on it. But
Oh,
They
really?
can
even
do it whenever
yeah,
they want, though. Like, it's not like we were streaming every week for
Yeah. It's
years
the off
that
season.
we were doing the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
but the point being that like other people started stepping into the space as well, and so so you're not just getting the opinion of three washed up old guys about Force.
Speak for yourself. I just told you. I just won 3 All-Star Awards. I'm not washed. Fuck you.
Okay, you're not getting the opinion of 2 washed up guys and somebody who's still apparently semi-competent.
Well, he's got space in the back.
I'll take semi-competent.
Having the extra voices in the community giving those different perspectives is fucking great. And and sure, it's like I guess you can make the argument, and it's not even that hard, that like we are kind of like the original flagship show. Okay, fine, cool. Like, yes, we are. There's not really any arguing that.
Well, there wasn't a lot of other Laser Force media.
Correct.
Back in the day,
That's
so.
my point. That's my point. We are the original show. This, that, the other. Fine. Great.
Because only we would be crazy enough to start doing something like this.
Crazy enough, stupid enough, whatever. Take your pick. But the fact that maybe it's inspired other people to be like, oh hey, yeah, we can be idiots on the internet about.
We can do this way better than they can.
Yeah, exactly. We can do this so much better and so much more professionally. Yeah, that's what that has genuinely been just really fucking great to see.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
So this comes back to what I was saying earlier about like creative fulfillment is so important. Like, honestly, like if you get that creative fulfillment out of doing a thing, keep doing the thing. It's so good for your mental state. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Even if like, and I would say equally as important is when it starts not being creatively fulfilling. Don't be afraid to kill it and do something new.
At least put it down for a while.
Put it down. Send it to a farm up north.
Yeah, so definitely, like I will say that doing this pod on the semi-regular, because we're definitely not a weekly show.
What?
Sometimes we're a weekly show, and sometimes we're like, well, sometimes like, well, I'm traveling. Well, I've got a disc golf tournament. Well, I've got this. I've got that. Well, there are various reasons.
You guys in your disc golf tournaments.
Oh,
on average, it's at least like twice a month, though. So it's pretty regular.
It's pretty consistent. But like having this as a thing, like this is still something that I look forward to doing.
Yeah.
It's not a thing where I'm like, ugh, I gotta go talk with those fucking idiots again and interact with chat. It's all fucking bullshit.
It's like mini hits of the dopamine you get from catching up with people at Nats. It's like the miniature version of that, because we get to chat like the three of us, but also talking to people in chat, and especially today where a bunch of you come out and join us for the final show of the year, which is really awesome to see you all.
17 people. I mean,
crazy
14, if you include 3 of us.
Yeah,
but still, that's good. Like that's enough to play Space Marines. Why aren't we playing Space Marines right now? We got enough for SM5. Let's go.
Because we're all in different time zones at the moment. It's kind of fucked.
Shit. But yeah, you're right. Like it's cool to see people kind of, and I hope that it continues happening. Obviously, Mischief stuff. Exclamation Mischief in chat if you want to follow his stuff. I don't know who doesn't here yet, but
But Than's right. It's good that he has a different angle. Than we do, because like it would be cool to have multiple Laser Force chat shows, but it's like, but if you're just getting the same stuff rehashed by 3 hosts of slightly different flavors versus no, that like there is a different approach. Like we're going to do singular deep dives into particular topics. We'll do a lot more like one-on-one interviews versus like group interviews.
Mm.
Like that is a distinct different feel and different angle. And if that can appeal to, if some people like one pod more than the other, like I'm glad that people can find a niche that works for them, and
Yeah,
and
for
can
sure.
find like some value in doing that. Because I've been on Luke's pod a couple of times. I think both of you have as
Yeah.
well, and like that's a good old time. We've done
Yeah.
some good like crossover episodes and stuff.
Yeah, and we're, you know, as you like to say, Tham, we're not everyone's cup of tea.
I mean, no, I say that we do the show for ourselves.
Ah, never mind then.
But also, I know we're not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, also that, yes, that's that. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, we do the show for ourselves, and
Mm.
if you know people choose to join us on that journey, then awesome. And to be fair, like it still, god damn it, mischief. It still does boggle my mind sometimes that like people want to listen to us talk. It's like, wait, what?
So when does the Lasers podcast Avengers assemble? I think we did a show with Luke. We haven't done a show with the Triple Tap pod. That's not a thing anymore. So
I mean, we've had the individual members of that pod on.
Oh, yeah, we have.
And
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we say the Triple Tap pod kind of folded, like Rockwood would still like sort of the principal commentator for most of Nats.
Yeah.
So, and that was a huge undertaking. So it's not like he disappeared from the broadcasting scene.
yeah,
Or
and
anything.
Snuffles joined them on there. So
Yeah.
you know, yeah. I think of your more like 4-day-old cup of Baja Blast. What's Baja Blast?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a very
fizzy?
American drink. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
like Mountain Dew
Uh-huh.
side flavor, but
Side
was-
piece.
yeah.
Biggest one for you this year, being in Luke's pod. Nats getting a job at Alley Fire wasn't easy, but it was wild. Hell yeah, Lucy killing it. That's some highlights right there.
Lucy with still to this day, I think the ultimate fucking butterfly effect from lasers in general, like just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Raya, how would you describe Baja Blast as a flavor?
There is no way to describe Baja Blast. It's just Baja Blast. It's like, how do you explain a sunset to someone? I don't know. You just fucking see it.
It's beautiful, man. Right. Is there anything else on your list?
Well, I mean, there was still a third event after that because we did have another kind of like, it wasn't even quite the level of the random draw in January. It was like somewhere in between an actual random draw and just a mega members night in Syracuse in October. But that was really fun. Aside from getting myself into really bad headspace on one night for reasons that are still unknown to me, like it was still a really good trip. I'm glad that we did that. Again, even though we don't have a site, we still managed to scrounge up 2 new California players to bring them out to play.
It's fucking ridiculous.
To have a true baptism by fire in Syracuse. I have no idea. I need to check in with Automate and Disco and that whole crew to see if either of them have any interest in going to future events or if we successfully scared them off. I don't know.
Well, they were LA based, right?
No, they were Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Sacramento. Well, one of them is more like Bay Area, like the Santa Rosa area, a couple hours from Sacramento. But someone else is someone who like works for Disco's company.
Oh, cool. So potential there that they will eventually end up coming to members nights in Sacramento when they.
I think there would be a good chance they would come out for like if it was just a question of driving across town to go play at members night. I can definitely see that guy coming back in particular.
Yeah, it's easier than Western New York. Western New York. Yeah,
upstate New York, Western New York, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know.
It's fine.
New York.
A place
New
where
York
they get the
proper.
lake effect, because that's the thing.
Down with the Bills. Yeah, right on. That's pretty impressive that they came out and did that. And hopefully it sort of translates into them playing with you guys much more.
At least
regularly.
they also got a trip to Niagara Falls out of it, so it's like they didn't just have to hang out with a bunch of laser tag nerds for a couple of days. Like, at least got
So
to see
be it.
one of the natural wonder tourist attractions of the United States.
Sure.
I've been there. It was cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool. I didn't play laser tag though, which was a shame because there is a force there, right? Was it Force in Niagara?
I
Or there
think
was at the
there's one.
time?
I think it's on the Canadian side.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's still there. I have no idea if that's a COVID casualty. Maybe Beans knows.
yeah,
We didn't make it over to the Canadian side, and we went anyway because border controls were just fucking insane. And I think like
right.
one or two people didn't have their passports with them, so we're like, we're not going to leave you in the States just so we can go across the bridge.
Well, we
I mean,
drove.
you could have, but would have been
Could have, but we're like,
Yeah.
it wasn't worth it to us.
right.
After Detroit Nats, we drove from Detroit to Syracuse through Canada, so we could have done it, but I can't remember why we didn't. I wish we had have, but we did get to Niagara pretty late in the day, so I think it was like, oh, we run out of time. We can
It's
either
still 3 hours to queues from here.
yeah, which again, not the end of the world, but I think we wanted to make sure that we did the falls and got to see them during the day, and it was definitely worth it. It was beautiful. So, good job on making that. Whoever did that, good job. You got to disc golf with Odin, Disco, and Autumn was with you. That's rad. When and where? Where did you play disc golf?
I guess that was probably it was in October because I remember they left early one day to go do disc golf, and much like Fan, I decided to sleep in instead.
Wasn't Baden there as well? Didn't Baden go with you? Yeah.
Brew was there. Brew was there. Stu was there. I think they were the only Detroit people.
Ray, do you play
for that one?
Do you get your disc golf on? Get amongst LFDGA. Actually, shout out to the Melbourne crew, the Melbourne LFDGA peeps. Pretty sure like Hoodlum's got himself a couple of tournament wins now, which is pretty sweet. But they're racking up trophies. That crew, that chapter. I'm gonna make us some vests. We're gonna be a
that
gang.
Guy's infuriating. He's just good at everything he puts his hands on.
I know, it's the worst.
Hate people like that. Worst.
Talented. That. Skills with he's a blast zone player. Oh, right on. But yeah, we need to make some sort of membership vest to play. Hey DK, do you watch that Warhammer piss takey cartoon on YouTube? Have you seen that one?
You're gonna have to be way more specific.
I don't think I know what you're referencing.
Oh, I've got to send you a link. I can't remember what it's called. I was just curious.
This might have to be an off-stream conversation.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot we were in the middle of a show.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all that stuff was on my list because other like non-tournament stuff was new owners for Auckland, potential new site, hopefully coming maybe sometime next year.
Yeah.
In SAC, arena remodel in Loveland, expansion of Laser Force Media from the Pro Sports channel. Like that's all been some cool stuff to see in 2025. The only other major, I think, technological piece we had was we now have the vests in a phaser, so single piece of hardware for Laser Force. We discussed the pros and cons of that. Again, I still maintain I would love to have that for reffing, just to take some of the pressure off my shoulders, so that vest doesn't like build up too much sweat under my shirt again.
Oh, Disco mentions the ding when you shoot the medic now.
Oh yeah, I guess that did premiere in 2025, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Did the new intro as well? Or has that been around?
Oh yeah,
longer
that was
than
definitely 2025 because I did not hear it until we did the Brisbane Nats, and I think the update only got pushed out maybe a couple weeks before that because the Q's guys were a little bit familiar with it, but that was about it. But yeah, the ding is new, and I am just reminded of those horrible behaviorist experiments they did where it's like, yeah, if you let the rat press the button to get cocaine, it's just going to press that thing until it dies. like I need to get the medic ding again.
Give it a ding.
Why?
There's a new update coming, which is nice for public. So that's a 2026 thing. You want to shed some light on that?
What is it? Want to vague book that a little bit more, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, there's a cool thing coming. I'll tell you about it later. Thanks.
Well, he does say it's nice for impubic, so I don't know that we need to hear that on channel.
Oh, double ding. A ding with a vibrate. Not sure if you can. Oh, well, then why would you bring it up? Don't do that shit to me, you son of a bitch. Oh, hey, guys, I got a cool secret. For you, but I can't tell you what it is. Fuck you.
Means if this is your way to angle to get on the show, well, then it's worked.
Yeah. You bastard.
Steve, bring him on right now. Hop in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a link. This is why I hated Baldur's Gate. Didn't hate Baldur's Gate. This is why Baldur's Gate annoyed me though. You're like that doofus who's like, I got a secret, but I can't tell you what it is yet. Well, then fucking shut up until you can. Excuse me. Sorry.
Don't want your secrets.
Lucy also knows, but she's gonna make us wait too.
See? How do I ban? Someone ban some people from chat.
Nah.
Or better yet, get your own podcast where you can actually talk about these things, since we're all hearing this stuff thirdhand anyway.
Yeah. Come play.
You can
Baldur's
break
Gate.
news. We don't know anything.
Yeah. We just we'll wildly speculate.
That's fine.
Oh, and I can't do it. I tried. I played that game for 50 hours and don't like it. It's not
Wasn't
for
for you.
Steve. Yeah.
Wasn't for you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
I feel like I was supposed to be in the target demographic for people who love that game, and just,
Yeah.
I've bounced off it like 3 times now.
It's not D&D enough for you?
Or it's almost like it's too D&D, where I'm just like, I could be doing this with my friends. Like, why am I doing this clicking button and like having to follow
Bullshit.
like a not linear, but still like it's not the same as like
Yeah.
the actual experience of D&D, of having a truly organic kind of game experience of sometimes something just random as hell is going to happen because of something that someone does or says at the table, and it spawns off in a different direction. Like you can't do that stuff in a video game.
Attempt to jump across a ravine.
I still do need to pick up like a new game. Like I need something else to attract my interest, and I haven't forgotten about Expedition 33 thing, because I know that we talked about that a lot in Nats, and I still haven't gotten around to it. But maybe now that I actually have time off from work, maybe I'll pick that up and play it over winter break.
There we go. Schedule 1. Yeah. That's what you want to play. You could be a drug dealer. It's great. 2026 is not ready for pubic updates. I don't know. If ever there was a year, that's the year. Did I play Clair Obscur? No, I didn't. I actually don't know anything about Clair Obscur. I didn't pay attention at all.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm so this is my homework assignment for both of you. Fucking play it.
Nah,
that'd be cool.
I'm good. It's just I do hobbies. Okay, I've got hobbies. Just because you happen to be at a site which does the testing all the time, brag. So you don't think you should speak about it, brag. So you don't tease stuff in advance. That's exactly what you just did, brag.
Good job, Lucy. Well
done. DK lives in Sacramento. There's easier ways for him to be a drug dealer than buy a game. Brilliant. Shit, I was gonna say he hates the French. There is actually two more highlights for the year, both worth mentioning. One, we got to see our good friend Frosthammer do a stand-up comedy gig as a punishment during Nats.
Which was fucking great.
Yep. It was fucking great. Unfortunately, unofficially, because it's not yet finished, but basically looks like this year Frosty has lost again.
Oh no.
Which means
oh no.
Means
oh yes.
Yeah.
But, oh no.
Frosty's punishment for 2026 will be to do a full calendar shoot. Where he gets to choose. I think he gets to choose the themes, and he can go as sexy as he wants to. But
I was going to suggest burlesque show, so we were at least in the same neighborhood in terms of what we would have chosen.
Well, we're trying to figure out what the next punishment is going to be, so that might be might be a good one actually. But yeah, Frosty will be doing a calendar shoot. Shut up, fucking police. And there, one of the months we get to Frosty has to turn up to a photo shoot that we have pre-organized for him, which he has no idea what it'll be when he turns up. So we'll see how that goes. And I don't know, this wasn't necessarily a stipulation, but we thought it was a good idea. I don't know if he'll follow through with this, but I think the idea was that the calendar will be available for purchase. And then all proceeds will go to a charity. So when they get released, I'll have to double check, because I know Gray wasn't willing to do that because, pussy. But everyone else was like, yeah, if it's for a good cause and it's also, even worse of a punishment, I think that is a thing that's going to happen. So Yeah.
All right. So, since I know that Frosty will appreciate the reference, so if he's not here, make sure you direct him to the VOD. If you're looking for themes, Frosty, I know you'll appreciate it. I got 2 words for you: Slaanesh, Hedonite.
Yeah.
So anybody who knows that, there's your first calendar sheet
Yeah.
assignment.
Slender humanness, or whatever you said. Is that what you said? I nailed it.
Nailed it.
But that's
Nailed
about
it. Your year highlight is literally designing a new laser tag arena as some chance of becoming reality. That's pretty cool.
I've gotten to see some of the sketches that Aiden has done. They are dope. There's
apologies.
some cool stuff in there.
So Odin messaged me with a couple of layouts, and I kind of brushed off the messages. I was right in the middle of doing some family shit. So apologies,
What
dude, that I
asshole.
didn't give you any proper feedback. But yeah, I think we're looking forward to seeing what it ends up looking like, what the theming looks like. So yeah, we're really excited.
If they can pull off some of the ideas that they're talking about, which I'm not going to spoil anything, it's not
No.
my secret to give, but if they can pull off some of the ideas that I've heard rattling around, I have a secret. I'm not going to tell you what it is, Steve, but it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope looking.
Fuck, I
Until
hate
we're
this
off
show
stream.
now.
Off stream.
Yeah.
We'll tell you off stream.
No, I doubt
Maybe.
it. He's
Maybe.
like, nah, not for you.
Maybe. Possible. We'll see.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I
The
don't
only
know.
other thing I was going to say is just like stuff to look forward to in 2026, but I already kind of touched on some of the stuff that hopefully we'll see a new arena in Sacramento.
Yeah.
We'll have, Armageddon and Nats and Qs, and we got that random draw coming up in February, which is not too far away for us to check out the new Loveland Field setup.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about Cedar City, but could 2026 be the year that Cedar City finally gets a new arena? Who knows?
Somebody from Cedar City should come in here and be like, "Oh, we've got some news, but I'm not going to tell you what it is." Yeah.
What a year, boys. What a year.
It has been a good one. And, something to look forward to next year, which we talked about as well, was next year is 10 years of us doing the Resupply podcast.
That is so fucking ridiculous. It is so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And so fucking ridiculous. I think like May-ish.
Yeah, I'll go back and see if I can find the original recordings.
It should have been somewhere around that, since it was sort of
set up
for
for
Nats.
it was set up to lead up for Nats. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the first episodes would have dropped somewhere in April or May. So yeah, so we need to kind of fix. So somewhere in there will be our 10-year anniversary show. What in the action? Just saying that out loud is like, that is fucking ridiculous.
That's crazy.
10-year
anniversary
the old
show
episodes
Nats.
run. What?
10-year anniversary show on Nats. We do have. I do want to do some special things next year to kind of mark the occasion. I'd like to do another charity stream. Doing a 10-year anniversary at Nats would be cool, but that might be a little difficult.
Since you're probably not going to be there.
Yeah.
Since I'm probably not going to be there.
Yeah. Does make it harder.
Quitters.
I'm going to a better country is where I'm going.
That's okay. Yeah, that's valid. We can just move right past that. Yeah.
I'm going to a country where they probably won't kick me out immediately because of stuff I said on a podcast. Does this count as social media scrubbing? Surely. Maybe. That's a way we can increase clicks. Is we'll get them to go look at all of our shows. But I think you were about to say, DK, was that if you want to look at the first episodes of the pod, I think they're on the tournaments page, right?
Laser Force tournaments, yeah. Although I think some of them may have been uploaded in a slightly irregular order, because I'm only seeing stuff that's going back more to 2017, I think.
Yeah, there was.
So maybe there's some lost episodes in there. I don't know.
What was the 2016 Nats?
Well, that was one that was in queues. That was fake Nats. Are you sure that you started it in 16 and not 17?
Might have been 17.
Might be only about 9 years.
Oh no!
Yeah,
So
it
would have been 17 because we did it for the lead up to Sacramento.
Yeah.
Still, that's way more years than anyone thought we'd be doing this podcast. So it's still pretty good.
We're doing Swedish rounding. We're rounding up.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So we can do we can do the 9-year anniversary show and be different. And
whole numbers are stupid. Yeah.
It's inclusive of the whole decade.
Well, no, actually, here it is. 9 years. That's 3 cubed. There's 3 hosts.
Boom.
That's 3
Boom.
squared. Genius.
I mean, you're right. 3 cubed.
For this week, I've been got.
I've been the math professor.
Oh, somebody please clip that. That was fucking awesome. Oh, brilliant.
We discuss basic math, the best radio in the world.
That's 3 squared, genius.
And I meant to say 3 squared. Oh my god!
He took the 3 and then he just made it into another 3. He's just
I did.
number 3, man. I don't know what to tell you.
So
I
like
did.
neither
Oh,
me
fuck.
nor Than good at math. So we're having our 10-year anniversary a year early. And we're gonna call it our cubed anniversary. It's gonna be a good one.
It is the cubic root of 9 cubed. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Boom. It
Boom.
rolls off the tongue. All right. Well, that's about as good a note as ever way
We
to
can't
end the show.
That I've totally fucked it to.
No way. That was the perfect ending.
Fuck.
All right, kids. Well, yeah, like we said, we're we're on a break until next year. We're gonna have some.
We were on a break.
We're gonna have some time off. We may or may not do a sneaky show last second over the break, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see how
Who knows?
the whims of fancy take us. That's a saying. I hope, and I think we hope that you guys enjoy your Christmas. Have a great Christmas. Have a great New Year's. Hopefully the 2025 ends on a drunk New Year's Eve stream. I don't think so.
No, get fucked.
As good as our track record of drinking on stream has been.
Yeah, get fucked. We're not. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for another awesome year. Thank you for joining us today. Today was really, really fun. It's nice to see you all. Yeah, we can't wait to bring you more mediocre content in the year 2026. But
And bad math.
And bad math. But for this year, I have been Guy Next Door.
I have been DK.
And I have been Old Man Than.
Always remember to backtrack, kids. We will see you in 2026. Ka kite anō. Much love to you all.
I've been throwing daggers
all my mysteries just to get a laugh. You keep